Grand Line Bound, One Piece, Chapter 1151. The cover page shows a sumo tournament in Hakuma. Yamato is flinging poor little Yokozuna back wherever the hell he came from. And I see that good old Kawamatsu is enjoying this little spectacle as well. Let's move on to the chapter, shall we? It starts off by showing the giants begging Dory and Bragi to spare Ja Rule's life. After all, he is Elbaf's oldest warrior. Like, bro is like the Ric Flair of giants, man. I swear to God. But now that Dory and Bragi are demons, they ain't trying to hear that shit. They're trying to get that old fuck out of here as soon as possible. And out of here as in out of the realm of the living, you know? Shit, Operation Make Elbaf Great Again has commenced. Bruh. Now, as Kashi is giving Dory and Bragi an earful, you know, you're a bunch of pieces of shit for turning on your people, all that type of shit. A giant named Tall Man is like, hey yo, get back, man, they're about to fuck your shit up. And just as he's saying this, you see a game board and one of the pieces gets flipped, causing Tall Man to get demonized. And this is where most of the giants realize that they're truly outnumbered and outmatched, so they fall back completely. Now, as Ripley is running to save her son and the others, we see a nightmare fissure that opens up and more creepy ass fucking creatures start to crawl out of it. And to make matters worse, Quillingham revives the nightmare creatures that were defeated by using some sort of horn, and this is where we finally see his hybrid form. And I've gotta say, his hybrid form does look more menacing than his dopey ass animal form. He's kind of giving me some Bartolomeo vibes, the way he looks. But anyway, as the Straw Hats are sitting there, watching everything spiral out of control, Usopp is right there begging his masters to stop what they're doing. To no avail, of course. I feel so bad for Usopp, man. Those are his idols. Summers and Quillingham ask Jimu how long she plans on continuing the onslaught, to which Jimu replies,
Oh no, we gonna do this shit till we break their spirits, man. I told you guys, I'm not fucking around, bro. These motherfuckers made me come all the way out here for what, huh? Shit, I was in the crib watching Grand Line Bound videos, just chilling, man. Nah, man, I'm not gonna go easy on these kids. Like Connor McNuggets once said,
we're not here just to take part, we're here to take over.
But what's interesting about what she says is that if it was not for Harold's blunder or a mistake in a critical hour, then Elbaf would be underneath her dominion. Which is pretty interesting because the way she makes it seems as if Harold was in cahoots with the world government somehow. Like if Harold was supposed to do something to make it easier to control Elbaf, but failed. I don't know. I can tell you one thing. The last time I remember Imu using that word blunder was when she was talking about Queen Lily and her involvement with the scattering of the poneglyphs and whatnot. But I digress. The chapter takes us to the realm of the dead, and mind you, this takes place a few minutes prior to the events that we just saw with Jimu, Dory, Bragi, and all that shit. But Gaban and Chopper are falling to their epic demise. Chopper is right there realizing that jumping without a plan was a pretty dumbass idea. You know, you should have aimed for the bushes, man.
You thinking what I'm thinking, partner? Aim for the bushes.
Now, as they're falling, Chopper uses his guard point. Now, while that's happening, Loki and Big Hash are arguing like always, like, oh, you killed my father, oh, he was my father too, you know, that kind of shit. But while they're doing that, Luffy is right there, absolutely gobbling that meat. You meat goblin. You're a meat gobbler.
Hey yo, I think our pet raccoon just died.
Oh, what you mean? You mean Chopper? Good.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't think he died, but I think he fell, and I think he's with somebody that's hurt. Wait a second. How do I know this?
Now the group decides to retrieve Chopper and whoever's with him, and they leave Gerd and Goldberg to look after Loki, aka make sure his punk ass doesn't try to escape. Loki gets a call from a Den Mushi that he has, and it's the same person that goes by the name Musa. Or Masa? Or I don't fucking know. I don't know at this point.
Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb?
Stupid, but also dumb.
Stupid and dumb and stupid.
But it's the same person that Loki was talking to a few chapters back. Now, whoever this Mosa or Masa person is, they tell him that they will not be able to use a transponder snail for a while. meaning that they're going to be out of touch for a while. Now, this person thanks Loki for the many conversations they had. And of course, Loki is very upset to hear this, but he's also trying to keep this conversation quiet because Gerd and Goldberg are right there eavesdropping. Mosa hangs up and Loki looks at Gerd and is like, "The fuck is your gorgeous ass looking at, bitch?"
God damn.
Okay, I added that last part. But Gerd tells him that she's glad that he found somebody to lean on in the realm of dead, even though he's a big piece of shit.
Whoa.
Okay, I added that last part. And that's when Loki's like, "Hey, yo, don't talk to me like that. Shut your ass up and subscribe to Grand Line Bound."
Let's fucking go.
And I didn't make that up. He really did say that part. The others get back and immediately tell Gerd that the injured person is Yasan and he needs treatment ASAP. Luffy tells Chopper that he did a good job, and Chopper tells him to shut the hell up because he doesn't need any compliments, especially coming from a big-ass jerk like him. And I love how, like, Luffy's right there, and he's like, "Oh, this old guy's pretty popular. Who is this old fuck?" And then he realizes who it is, and he absolutely loses his fucking mind. He's like, "What? You're telling me that this man was on the Pirate King's crew, and he was probably his third strongest crew member?" And this causes Gaban to wake up and correct Luffy, just to let him know that he was the second strongest member on the Roger Pirates. I'm pretty sure that most people saw this as a total Sanji move. It's so hilarious. Like, Sanji would wake up from a fucking injury coma just to, like, correct somebody. Like, no, bro, that mouse head ain't shit, bro. The final panel shows Chopper telling Luffy and the others about the shit that's going on in the realm above them, and they see some wicked Conqueror's Haki lightning that Jimu is shooting off above. Big Haj, Luffy, and possibly Loki may be set loose to go wreck some shit.
Piranha da 17, vou te passar a visão. Piranha aqui tu pega, vou te passar a visão. Vai jogando bucetão, vai jogando xerecão. Passa buceta na minha piroca.